Well, major airline issue on the biggest travel weekend of the year, the European airspace company Airbus issuing a recall, and it might affect those traveling in and out of New York this holiday weekend. Pix 11's Julie Millet tracking the impacts for us this morning. Julie is live. Hi, Julie.
Hey there, John. Yes, Airbus saying that there are about 500 jets currently being grounded so they can undergo a software update. Now, the good news is we're not really seeing any major impacts here at Newark Airport this morning. We have a handful of cancellation and delays happening here right now, but that's not necessarily due to this issue. Now, let's talk about this recall and why it's happening right now. This all started after a scary situation unfolded last month in the sky. That is when a JetBlue Airbus A320 jet, was diverted on its way to Newark Airport. That jet experienced an intense altitude drop from 35,000 feet to 10,000 feet in just 5 minutes. At the time, the FAA called it a flight control issue. That flight was safely diverted to Tampa, but at least 15 people were injured and taken to the hospital. Now, Airbus says a review of that flight found extreme solar radiation may corrupt flight control data and cause pilots to temporarily lose control. Now, it's said to be a fairly simple remedy, and it only takes about 2 hours per plane to upgrade this software and get it fixed. But with 6 million people hitting the skies this weekend, there might be resulting delays or cancellations. Here's a little more good news, though. American and Delta Airlines say they expect to have their planes fixed by the end of the day. United and Southwest say they have none of the impacted models. Back out here live, experts say the fixes for these planes can happen easily in the overnight hours and in between flights. However, those experts also saying it really could not have come at a worse time, with this being the busiest travel weekend and millions of people expected in and out of these airports. So we're going to stay here to track how these might impact your flights. But again, so far here at Newark Airport, minimal delays and cancellations right now. We're live at Newark. I'm Julie Millet, Pix 11 News.
Hi, Julie. Let's hope it stays that way. See you in a little bit. And a fleet of UPS planes has been pulled out of service during